Okay, so systems are good. So feel free to start the Zoom recording, please. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Recording in progress.
Good afternoon. Today is Monday, December. Oh no, January the 19th, 2026. Why did I have December on the mind? We've got Becky Coles here again.
I don't know. I thought maybe I slept for a long time and we were already in December of the next year.
Oh, you never know, right?
Yeah, that's right.
We're back, and I always appreciate it. You know, these. We get to talk news, politics. This is exciting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to start with a little while back here. We got to start with the whole President Trump taking over Venezuela.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a sign here of what? Is this a sign of what's to come? It certainly is showing that. Bill put out a video that of Trump said, quote, "No laws will stop me," quote. Is this? Well, he's demonstrating that. All right.
Yeah, I don't know what it's a sign of, but I think it's definitely a sign of a group of people saying, the more you mock us, the more you think things can't happen, the more we're going to try and show you we can do it. And how that turns out in the end, I don't know, but I think for sure that's the message they're trying to send to everybody. And Venezuela was an easy, of all the things they want, all the countries they want to go after, I think Venezuela was an easier one for them to start with. But I really don't have any idea what we could be talking about a year from now in the real December.
Yeah. But you know what though, but I feel like now what's happening now is that there are some tipping points for Trump and the mega people. The tipping points here are, and we'll talk about these, for me, are one, yes, right now, things have been able to happen in the way that he wants, or the way that they want.
Mm-hmm.
But now I feel like that ship is about to sail in some capacities.
What I'm finding interesting are the people that are starting to speak out, right? A lot of people were towing that line and being supportive. And I think now more and more people are going, I have questions about this. I'm not sure if I'm on board with where things are going. I think what he's got to, well, not just him, the whole administration, because it's obviously not just one guy running everything.
Yep.
I think what they have to be careful of is you're starting to see people kind of that mad as hell, not going to take it anywhere anymore type of mentality. And I think you're gonna tick off the wrong people. And I don't know if they're prepared for what that looks like. Like I think they think to themselves, well, how bad could it be? And it's like, well, you're showing us how bad it can be if you get mocked and pushed along to do things. You're showing us what you're capable of, and you're gonna get a lot of people, a lot of Americans that are going to go, well, I don't really care how this ends for me. I have to make a stand. And so I don't know if they're ready for that many people to rally together.
Yeah, but that is already pretty much what's happening here.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I think they
Almost.
just, even with ICE and all these other things that are going on, I don't know if they truly appreciate how this could continue to blow up. But
You
it's
mean the
interesting.
administration?
Yeah, but I find it interesting as things are starting to change and how many people are starting to speak up.
And you know what? And you know what? Like now, like what based even Americans are not happy based on who's speaking out now.
Well, that's just it. You see people that were kind of fine to just not say anything, right? Like not good or bad. And now they're starting to speak out. And I think you had that group of Americans that were upset from the very beginning. And they were just kind of, okay, well, that's your opinion. And now you have people that generally would support the Republicans and support what Trump was doing. And now even they're just going, well, now I feel uncomfortable and I don't support this. Or people are starting to be impacted. So people that supported him now are starting to have implications in their own lives from something that was done. And now they're thinking, well, wait a second, I didn't vote for this. I voted for something else. And that's where I think you're going to see a lot of problems with Americans starting to be more vocally upset instead of just a small group. You're going to hear it's going to be a lot louder.
See, and the reality now is that now my thing is things are not going to happen the way that he wants. His things of, or I should say lies of, the administration's, we're going to go after him, all these drug cartels, this, that, whatever. People are now starting to believe that that are believing in the fact that what's happening here are all lies. And now that's why you're seeing people speak out.
And that's the problem. So any truth that there is behind anything that's going on is being pushed aside because everyone's starting to just assume, well, it's all a lie. And so, and I think that's where countries like Canada, like obviously it's big stakes having them as our neighbor, and it's big stakes because of our relationship and the fact that there's a lot of Canadians living in America and Americans living in Canada and everything else. But I think Canada needs to focus on how are we taking care of ourselves and who else can we deal with so that we don't have to taunt that.
And we are already seeing that.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Carney is trying to do that, but it's also a fine line because we've learned that if you don't play ball with what's going on in the US, then you're seen as not a friend of the US. And so I think we have to kind of pick your battles, right? You always have to be careful of what you do. And I hate that we have to be like that, but that's a big border that we share.
Yeah, but but Becky, there's no choice here.
No, I understand that.
Right? There's no choice. Carney, and you also have to, if we pull it back a step, right?
Mm-hmm.
What one has to remember here is that Carney's background is not politics.
No, it's not.
He is an economics guy.
Yeah, he's a finance guy.
Yeah. So the decisions that he's going to make and the people around him are going to help to make are decisions based on what's best for Canada economically and sustainability economically.
And I think that's the right way to focus on it. Instead of sound bites and everything else and going after whatever the US is up to, it's like, you know what, I'm going to focus on us and what we need to do. And I think that's the better way to do it. And I'm sure all the conservatives are yelling at us right now saying we're wrong, but sorry. Like we have to focus
on Poilievre's facing a leadership review anyway, so that doesn't really matter.
No. Well, and I just think this is the right way to play the game. And that's basically not to get involved in it. Like be as involved as the least amount possible.
Yeah. Well, but see here, like even Poilievre's own caucus don't want him now.
No, and that's a terrible. Like that must be a really crummy way to feel.
And he knows it. He knows it.
Well, that's what I mean. Like knowing that no one wants you there anymore. Like that's terrible.
Yeah. And see, the other side of it is too that the conservatives also have a notion in there. You remember that they can kick the leader out. Remember that's what they did. Remember that's what they did with Aaron O'Toole. Remember those days?
Yeah, that's right.
They have a notion there that they can do that.
It's interesting to see what's happened with the federal conservatives because they used to have such a strong, whether they were in power or not, they always seem to have such a strong leader. And now they've just gone through so many of them where they've just fallen flat. And I don't know why that is.
Well, I think people don't like too much right wing. I think I feel like that's what it is now.
Yeah, I think whoever becomes the next conservative leader here needs to understand that um, there's a lot of people that maybe are fiscally conservative but socially liberal. And so they can't just come out and be extreme conservative socially because that really throws people off because they go, well, I don't want to spend a lot of money, but I have a daughter or a son who's impacted by you being so conservative, and so it's a big turnoff. So I get it. You want to hold to the values of the party, but you also have to understand that Canada's changing. And you also have to understand how we're reacting to what's going on south of us. So you kind of can't come out and be as extreme as what's going on in the south because that's a turnoff to most Canadians at this point.
And you realize, like, see, and the thing is, the way, see, he thought that Trump could get Greenland easily.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that's not what's happening here.
No, and look at the NATO countries, like the European ones banding together going, I don't think so. And I think that's really cool because for a long time, a lot of countries would have been terrified to say no to the United States because they're such a superpower. And I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I like that they all had this meeting and just went, wait a second, this isn't right. And this isn't going to happen as easily as you think. And that's nice to see, right? I think.
Well, yeah, no, how is it going to end? He's not going to get what he wants. That's the reality here.
But will he just take what he wants?
No, he won't be able to.
No.
No, he won't be able to. Because, see, and did we see what he said? He's like, oh, if you don't stand with me, I'm gonna put 10% tariffs, and then I'm gonna increase it to 15.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hope I got those numbers right.
That sounds right, but I think
but
it was interesting because he said that, and they said that's fine.
yeah.
Because again, a lot of people would have said, "Oh, well, what are we doing here? Hold on, like it's kind of like Survivor with the secret votes, right?" But instead, they all said, "No, we're all in this together. We're all going to agree that this is how we're going to approach it." And I think it's really cool to see.
And what see, what he doesn't see. The thing, he doesn't like defeat. That's what it is. He's trying to win for himself. Because remember, he'll do anything for himself.
Yeah, and I think that would be my only fear too. Is okay if he doesn't get that, then where does he turn his attention next? And hopefully, it's not us.
It's not going to be us. It won't be us.
I hope not.
No, I don't think it will because it's going to be the same thing. Everybody's going to band together. It's going to be, and that's already happening.
Yeah,
it's already happening.
Mm-hmm.
The NATO countries are going to get involved again here, and it's going to be the same thing.
Yeah, that strength in numbers thing,
right? So it's not going to be what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, and now I think it's all waiting now. What's happening?
Yeah, how many years do we have left?
Oh, it could be sooner than what we might think.
Right. Well, and that's what would that look like? Is it someone else takes over? Like does he decide to step down because he's moved on and JD Vance takes over, or I don't know. Like there's so many opportunities where we've thought, okay, now we're going to see real change, and then it doesn't happen. So,
well, I think the first thing that has to happen here is, and here's going to be the problem: if they lose control of the House, which they will ultimately lose control of the House, and they will. Then that's going to be the real tipping point.
Right, yeah.
Which, and honestly, they know, and they know they will. In fact, I think Trump said, quote, "Oh, if I don't win the House, if we don't win, I'll be impeached," quote.
Right. But we all thought he was going to be impeached before.
Yeah, and I know. that's one of the big things here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I think what's going to happen here is he's going. I mean, it won't. See, it won't be what he wants. See, that is a problem here. Even the Iran thing.
Yes.
It that also didn't go his way.
That whole thing was just why are you focused on that? You have so many other things you could focus on.
Like a lot of things just aren't going his way, and he doesn't like it.
Do you think he'd step down?
I hope so. Do I think he would? Probably. But I think if he steps down, I think he would take his cronies with him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Caroline Leavitt would stay. I think she would go too.
Yeah, I don't see her sticking around.
I don't see any of them. Vance, I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think if he steps down, he'll take his little crew off somewhere. Because all of his crew that's attached to him will have the same, they have that same. They're attached to him, so people will still think of him. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So I think in answer to that, no, I don't think Vance will take over. I think, and I realize that their system is a lot different than ours, but somehow there's going to have to be something that happens.
Yeah.
And you know what? And the other thing too is he's not, and Trump also is. He's also deteriorating day by day too.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of reports about that, aren't we? Where it's almost similar to when things started to come out about Joe Biden. Little stories would come out, and then little signs and everything else, and then eventually they couldn't hide it anymore. But it's got to be an exhausting job, like on your health, right? On your family, on your health, and everything else. Like you look at any pictures of presidents, like even Barack Obama, right? When his first photo versus his second photo and everything else. And yeah, a time, 4 years can be a long time in what we look like. But I would just think that being the leader of any country would be exhausting and take years off your life, but especially the United States, where you feel like you have a lot of people depending on you, and it's such a superpower of a country, and you're everyone's gunning for you. Like they all want, like everyone's looking at you all the time. So I wouldn't be surprised that there's a lot being taken out on him, especially if you wake up and you read all the reasons that people hate you. It's like, well, that's not really the nicest way to start the day, even if you pretend like it doesn't bother you.
Yeah, no, you know what? I don't know. I don't feel he'll come after Canada. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
I used to think that.
I used to think we were higher up on the list, but now I think we're actually lower on the list. Like he has a lot of people to go through before he'll get to Canada.
Yeah, and not only that, but he's also seeing that all these countries are coming together to bond. I think the same thing would be done for Canada, and the same thing may already be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't know all of the discussions that are going on.
Yeah. But like I know we sort of talk about it, but then you have this you've got this bi-Canadian, this, that.
Mm-hmm.
How long is that, do you think, going to continue?
That's a good question, because I think there's a lot of people that they were kind of bi-Canadian, and now they've really gone full bi-Canadian as much as possible. And then I think you have people like me that I really like the idea, but maybe I'm a lazy shopper. I don't know, but sometimes I just go, you know what, this is what I need, and it's from wherever. Even if it's not the US, it's from somewhere else, and so I buy it. But I try to pay more attention to what I'm buying and go, oh, okay, well, if I'm between the two and one's Canadian, then I'll buy the Canadian one. That's fine. So I think you'll have a lot more of just kind of in between people. Like there's always extremes on either side, but I think for the most part, people will just say, okay, well, we're friends with them now, or he's gone, and now we can go back to shopping the way we wanted to, and we'll go back to cross-border shopping and everything else. But I think there's also a large group of people that are really hurt by what's going on, and so I'm not convinced that they're ever going to get over it. Depending on their
No.
age, they might just say, you know what, this was it. This was the final straw for me.
Yeah. No, that's it. Yep. No, that's it.
But what do you think? Like, do you think people will continue to buy Canadian or?
Yes,
Yeah,
I do, because it's kind of, see, you have to show and stand up and say this is not right.
right.
You have to stand up and say this isn't right.
Right.
Now too many people are, even Trump's own people.
Yeah.
He's not only creating damage over to the rest of the world, but in his own country too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad to see what's happening that way.
And his days are numbered too.
Yeah.
I don't know if they could have the midterms sooner. I don't know if that would be a possibility, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
how that works.
yeah, I don't know. And then you had Ontario Premier Ford come out and that he didn't like the Carney's idea of making a deal with China. But look, Carney had no choice.
Doug has to realize we got to do business. Like, he understands that because he's a businessman, but it's like
Yeah.
we can't just sit here and wait. Like, we got to make a deal with somebody because stuff has to get bought and stuff has to get done. So if we're not dealing with the people to the south, who are we dealing with?
Yeah.
But I also get, Doug wants to come out. It's like they're playing good cop, bad cop. That's what I feel like sometimes. He's like, okay, you'll do this, and then I'll be the good guy or the bad guy, right? Like, it's starting to feel that way.
Yeah. But I do have some respect for Doug Ford though.
Oh, for sure. It's just funny, like
Oh, I know.
the theater of it all. I don't know what else to call it.
Yeah. But you notice he's also in the lead here. He's his polling. You know why his polls are? Because there's nobody. See, there's a lot of damage being done in the Liberals and the NDP. Right? First of all, they didn't have a leader. Bonnie Crombie just announced that she's resigning. And she resigned immediately last week.
Yeah, I just don't. Well, I have so many questions about what's going on with the Liberal Party because they used to be such a different party, and then they elected Crombie, and I'm like, well, that's interesting. I don't know how that's going to turn out. And then it turned out exactly how I thought it would, which is her just saying, I'm done. And I'm not saying because she's like, well, I don't want to do this anymore, like because she's mad at not getting her way. I just mean that I think she realizes that this is really dysfunctional. It's kind of like the Green Party, the federal Green Party, where it's like there's so much dysfunction in this party that we're not getting any further ahead. We're just circling the drain with our own thoughts and not willing to kind of play that game. It kind of goes back to what I was saying about the Conservatives, where sometimes you don't want to destroy the values of the party and why people vote for you, but you also have to understand that the country changes, and so sometimes you have to alter what you're doing a little bit, or at least how you're giving the message across. But I just think the Ontario Liberals need just like a totally different person, like roll a hand grenade in to change it. One of those.
Do you know what I think would be? You know what I think would be good? Is Mike Schreiner, who's currently the leader of the Ontario Greens.
Yeah, so Jerry Agar and I used to talk about this all the time, John Moore and I as well, where we said if Mike Schreiner was affiliated with any other party, he would be the leader of that party and probably like a good chance of premier or at least the leader of the opposition. And I would agree that I know Mike Schreiner and I appreciate that he's sticking to his Green Party roots and what he believes with the Green Party, but nothing says that he can't continue those values, but at least be in charge of a party that has a chance to make a bigger difference. And
I think he will at some point.
yeah, I just, because he would be so good. Like I say, as leader of the opposition or as a premier, he would just be such a like refreshing change to this province.
Yep.
So I would love to see that. And maybe now's the time. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Oh, you never know, dude. Now, yeah. I mean, and that's the thing, like, what I think would be a really good interview on this on the whole thing of what goes on this whole political side would be Kathleen Wynne.
Yeah, she'd be great to talk to.
Oh yeah,
She's
and
been there.
oh yeah, get her take on what's going on. I'm sure she still follows what goes on.
Oh, how do you not? I think
Oh
it's like a lot of things where you try to get out, but you can't.
no, it's
You
true.
can't disconnect. Even traditional media for me, I thought, well, I'm going to take a break and not really pay attention to it. And no, I can't help it. Like I've disconnected a little bit, but not really.
Yeah, I know. I've tried to. I can't do it. It's too much entertainment, as they say.
Yeah, that's right.
And plus, at this time of year, I have to tune in for like weather and things,
Right, exactly.
so can't avoid it altogether.
Yeah.
But Kathleen Wynne, I am in. Yeah, no. She comes on with. She does come on with Trafford once in a while.
Yep. Yeah, she I really enjoyed seeing how she's been able to change how she speaks because she's no longer with the party, right?
Yeah.
It's really tough. Like you're towing a party line, you're being careful of what you're saying because you know they're waiting for you to say something that they can just like gotcha on. And so it's always enjoying to see whether it's her or Tim Hudak all be able to
Oh,
speak.
he'd be another good one.
Yeah, like just a little more frank with what's happening. I
John
think they would
Tory.
both be interesting. Yep, all of them.
Yeah, John Tory would be another.
Yep.
I don't know what he's doing these. I don't know if he's still with Bell Media. I don't know.
I don't know. He was filling in for John Moore over Christmas, I think, but otherwise, he seems to be laying low. But someone told me a rumor that he might run for mayor again, and I don't know if that was just like something they heard or something they were hoping. I don't know.
I don't know.
But I feel like, as much as he loves being mayor and he loves being a politician, do you really want to get involved in that? Especially when you look at Toronto, like why? Why would you want to throw yourself back into that? But some people can't help themselves either.
Yeah, I mean John Tory. Oh yeah, I know Kathleen Wynne and Tim Hudak. They would be very very good interviews.
Yeah, that's right.
But and I think too, like you're looking at what goes on, right? You're looking at like we have to sort of look at where things are headed, right? In the next little bit, there's going to be a lot told.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot more. Trump is not going to get his way in every way. And yeah, no, they just said, well, if you put the tariffs on, no, we're gonna like people like why he did that as a tactic to say people bow down to you bow down to me. Nope, nobody's standing for that now.
Yeah, and I think 2 years ago, you know what I mean, like or 4 years ago when it was like the first time he did that, it would have been interesting if he had tried to pull this towards the end, what people would have reacted to. And then even if you went back to like 6 months into his reign, how people would have reacted, like, time sometimes heals or gets people riled up.
Now, constitutionally, he cannot run. He cannot run for re-election. Constitutionally, he can't.
Right.
At one point, he was trying to change it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen.
No, I think he's moved on. I think he thought, I think he's just realized I'm going to try and get done what I can in 4 years and then let someone else take over. Because I think he just has other things he wants to work on.
Yeah, but I mean, I wonder what he thinks of all this stuff not going his way, like the Greenland way. I wonder what he thinks of all this.
I don't know, because he's had lots of business deals go bad, and not go the way he wants, but that's different because then only your circle knows, not the whole world knows. So
yeah,
but I would think like he's probably pretty ticked off. Unless he's just sitting here going, this is like the best like reality show I've ever created. And he's just getting a kick out of it. I don't know.
That's possible.
Like the Truman Show, right?
Yeah. Well, he was on The Apprentice at one point.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
And what was his line?
Oh, yeah, that's right. How many memes are going to come out about that if he has to step down? People are going to have so many memes and like compilations and everything else.
No, but I think everybody's gonna go if when he goes. His whole Caroline Levitt's gonna go. Howard Lutnick's gonna go.
Yeah.
Vance, I think, is gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you? I think all of these them are gonna go. Who else is in his? Oh, Rubio, Marco Rubio. He's gonna go.
Yeah. And just get a bus. Everyone can get on the bus and leave at the same time.
Because look, they're not gonna stay around, right? They're
No.
not gonna stay around. If what would be the sense? They get a lot of pushback.
Well, it's kind of like what happened to the Ontario Liberals, right? Where the
Yeah.
ones that like they all were then punished for the leader. Like when Kathleen Wynne realized, okay, no one likes me anymore. um, a lot of her MPPs, it was too late for them. Like people had already brushed them with that same with that same color, and I think so. Some good MPPs lost their seats because people just said, "You know what? You're too affiliated to her, and I just can't do it anymore." Whereas if she had come out and said, I get it, you don't like me, I'm stepping down after, then I think more people maybe would have voted because at least they weren't voting for her.
Yeah.
She still, I don't think, would have gotten a majority or a minority, but she at least would have maybe saved some seats for the other MPPs who should have been there.
And here's the problem. The thing here that it's been after her. It's been Premier. It's been Doug all this time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, do you see him sticking around?
I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if he's boning up on his French to run federally.
Do you think he will? Do you think he? Do you think he? Do you think he will do that?
I don't know, but sometimes I think especially with what's going on now with the United States, I feel like he feels like this is a good chance for him to make that move. And I think a lot of people would be into that because he'll say all the things we want to hear him say, which is we're standing up for Canada, we're standing up for what, like, all of our people. But
And
I
he
don't know.
would. To be honest with you, he would.
Yeah. And he would mean it. And he has businesses in the States, but like they operate out of the States. But I think he would, when he says he wants to stand up for Ontario, like I generally believe that. And I think it would be the same for Canada. So that's kind of what I wonder is if that's what's going on with him is he's working on his French so that he can try and maybe run to replace Polyev. Because who knows what's going on in the background.
And you know what? People would vote for him. People would vote for him too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think they would. They're, who knows? But I really do think that he has a very strong chance of getting elected the prime minister if he wanted to be.
Yeah. I mean, the first thing would be, I think people still want to give Carney a chance, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he's very close to getting a majority too.
Yeah, and it's interesting because you'll have these people that have the F Carney stickers on their sign on their cars and everything, and that's fine. But I think in general, people are happy to see how he's handling things and not giving into like making a spectacle and everything else. So I think a lot of people are going, well, let's give him a shot. Let's see how it goes, right? Instead of just, no, let's get him out of there.
Yeah. And yeah, but you know, it's going to be fun. It's a whole circus though now that they're creating.
It's true. Speaking of a circus, what's going on with Bo Bichette?
Oh yeah, signed with the Mets.
Were you surprised?
A little. I don't know if a little bit. A little bit. I'm a little bit surprised. A little bit.
I think I was a little bit surprised as well, but not shocked, right? Where it was just like, there was no way he was going. It was like, well, no, like this is the whole point of negotiation and everything else. I was a little surprised, but at the same time, I went, well, the Blue Jays just said, you know what, we're not getting anywhere closer to a deal. And last year, when he was playing well, but had the injury and everything else, and I can see them looking at that amount of money going, well, how many other players can we get for this amount of money? And I don't blame them.
Well, but they're going to try and put together a good team. That's what they're going to.
Oh,
That's what they're going
for
to try to do.
sure. Yeah, which I think is great, and I think it'll
Which
be
they've already sort of done a bit.
yeah, I think it's gonna be a really interesting season for them to take that what they had last year and adjust it. You know, some of the players change, but a lot of the core people are still there, and sometimes change is good. Like no matter how good of a team they were, uh, either as literally as a team or as athletes, I think sometimes it's good to you got to change people up a little bit because it's just it's a different dynamic, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, absolutely. But that'll be interesting too. I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
that season coming up in a little bit. Looking forward to the Jays season.
And it's soon.
Yeah, you know what? I always look forward to Jays spring training action,
Yeah.
and but but I am also enjoying the Leaf season. Oh, they beat the Jets the other night on Saturday, 4-3 in overtime.
I can't get into watching the Leafs this year. I try. I
Oh,
really do.
well, come on. They're doing a little bit. But we should talk about, see, we never really talked about, what are your thoughts on Joe Bowen retiring at the end of this season?
I'm sad about it, but
Me
I
too,
think
yeah.
that's nostalgia more than anything else. But also, I think he's a really great broadcaster. I like how they honored him, and I like that there's a part of him that will live on forever with the name, like Bowen's Booth. And but I also get that again, like people go, okay, maybe he was half ready to go, and they were half ready to have him leave and bring in someone new, and but it's just too bad because it's weird to think of listening to the game and not hearing him.
Yeah. I mean, it was his decision.
Oh, for sure. But I think
Yeah.
it's just you never know what's going on in the background again, right? Where they just go, okay, well, no, please stay. But instead they might say, yeah, okay, it's probably time for you to leave, right?
But, Joe Bowen and Jim Ralph have always made that good team.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know about what the future of Jim Ralph could look like. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's hard to say. I know that, I mean, during the World Juniors this at Christmas time, I know Bonesy's son, David Bowen,
Mm-hmm.
was doing some play-by-play. Now, he's currently the play-by-play of the voice of the Sudbury Wolves.
Right. Yeah. So maybe they've tapped him. I don't know because they had him do the night his dad got honored, right?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe.
Yeah, and that's a possibility.
How many years do you think Buck Martinez is going to stick around?
Not very long.
No, I think he's slowing down.
I don't know about even this season. I don't know if I see him even coming back this season.
Do
I
you
don't
think
know.
he'll come back for a little bit, but really it'll be Dan and somebody else?
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe
And
you
Ben
could do
was
it.
on here before Christmas time.
Yeah, that's right.
Before Christmas, actually, he was here, and
Right.
who's been on before? He's been on before, but it just been a while.
Right. Yeah.
So
Well, like I say, if they're looking for someone, maybe you could do it. You have nothing else on the go, right? You're not busy.
the play-by-play?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
No. I admire people that do play by play in any
Yeah.
sport. Like, doesn't matter. It's people that listen to it go, oh, it's so easy. It's like, no, it's not. Because you have to paint the picture, you have to be paying attention, you have to understand how to do it with brevity. And it's just, I don't know, like there's a unique art to that and skill for the people that do it.
Oh yeah. But I enjoyed the broadcast. I really enjoy. I mean, and I also like to, I have the Sirius XM app as well. I love to listen to games on the app.
Hmm.
I love listening to games on the Sirius XM app. And, and of course, I enjoy my Audible as well.
It's getting harder now because the games are all over the place.
Where, sir?
Although I guess Sirius has them all the time, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Well, the thing also is that there's also one sort of like they've got like one spot in the app
Right.
where you can listen.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about who's got the game tonight.
Yeah, that's true. Because I know that's one thing that really frustrates people, especially with um, certain sports of, oh, well, today it's on Apple and tomorrow it's on Paramount and something else. And
Well,
yeah,
today's Leafs Wild game is a Prime game.
is it on Prime today?
Yeah,
See,
it's on Prime tonight.
I didn't even realize that. I guess if I had gone onto Amazon, I would have seen that though. Usually they flash it up and remind you that it's there.
Yeah, but I'll be listening to the audio. I'm not. I don't. I'm not a Prime subscriber.
Well, no, if you don't need to be, especially
No.
if you get everything everywhere else.
Oh yeah.
That's one less spot to throw your money.
Oh yeah. Are you on Prime?
I am, but I do it mainly for like the shipping.
Oh yeah, you get the quicker shipping. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I go, oh, well, the bonus is I can watch stuff on Prime. Okay, cool. But yeah, it's more for the shipping than anything else. And sometimes you get quicker shipping and sometimes you don't. But um, it's at least I'm saving on the shipping fees.
Yeah.
So, and like sometimes Prime is super, well, Amazon in general is super efficient.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I try to buy local, I try to support local, but then sometimes you go, well, okay, I could do that. That's going to take me a day to go to all these stores and still not really know if I found what I need, but I can do this in half an hour on Amazon and then it'll come to my door like within
Yeah.
that day sometimes. Like sometimes I've ordered it in the morning and it's arrived in the afternoon. And I don't need it that instantaneously, but that's where they're winning. That's where they're convincing people is you don't even need to leave your house and it's going to come right away.
Well, and that's the conveniency, right, of it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I kind of like the conveniency of it all. Like that's what I
Yeah,
really
so do I.
appreciate.
Yeah, so that's more why I subscribe to it, but again, then I get the bonus of being able to watch whatever Prime's got on there. And they have
Yeah.
quite a bit of stuff. So
Yeah. But I mean, yes, everything costs these days.
yep.
But I think the one important thing is that one has to look at is it like is something serving me the way that I'm looking for it to be.
Right. Yep.
It's just like we were talking about. It's just like the Zoom debate. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's working well for me, so I can't just dump it.
Right. And that's the thing I think that that's how I try to approach it. You and I have talked about this both on this show and behind the scenes that what works for me may not work for you and
Exactly.
vice versa. So for me to put money into something that doesn't work for me is silly, but for you to put money into the same thing because it works really well for you, well then yeah, that makes 100% sense. So
Oh yeah.
I think sometimes people, especially with all these different platforms and everything else, people feel like they have to have all of them and you don't. Just use the ones that you actually use and pay for those.
Well, sometimes I think you do. Sometimes I think you do. I mean, Zoom's giving me a 15% for January. They're giving me to switch to the 15% off for the first year. Switch if I switch to yearly.
Yeah, cool. But I think sometimes people, especially with like streaming platforms, they go, oh, well, I need Disney, I need Netflix, I need this all at the same
Yeah,
time.
that you don't really need.
Like, unless you have a lot of children, there's no way you're watching that much TV. You're just not. And even then, the kids probably aren't even watching that much.
Yep.
So what I tend to do, other than obviously with Prime, because it's part of what I pay for already, we go, okay, we're going to watch stuff on Netflix for the next few months. So we pay for Netflix, then we get rid of it. Then we bring in whatever, Apple TV. Then we watch Apple TV for however long. Then we get rid of that. Then we bring Crave in, right? So, that's how we've chosen to do it, just because I just have a real problem paying for. I already pay for cable and don't watch half the stuff they show me anyway. So why would I
Yeah.
pay for more platforms I'm not watching?
Yeah.
Just seems silly.
Yeah. But I think that, yeah. And that's certainly, I think, different than when it comes to these, like, say, something like Zoom or Workspace and things like that.
Yeah.
And the thing, too, is that you have to use both Google Workspace and Zoom together. You can't just use one without the other.
Right. Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
Yeah. But I think too, then you're getting into what are you using it for, like business or day-to-day use? That's a little different.
What's that?
Oh, if you're trying to make a decision about Google and Zoom and everything else, I think in general people are using it for, they're not doing it just for like hangouts. They're doing it because it's something that helps them work better or differently.
Yeah.
Whereas like some of the viewing platforms or streaming or whatever is
Yes.
just
Yep.
just one more thing you're paying for that you're probably not using. Whereas Zoom, in your case, you use Zoom every month, but maybe there's a month
All
where
the
it's a
time.
slow month and you don't use it. But you've still, if you're doing the yearly, then it makes sense because you've saved the money, and then
Yeah.
you have it when you need it.
Yeah. No, but I use it every few days,
Right? Yeah. 'Cause you
even
have so
once a
many
week. Like I
recordings
do
you're
all.
doing.
Pardon me.
Because you're doing so many recordings.
Yeah, and so like also the broadcasting too. Like this stuff,
Yeah.
like 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 we, you know what I mean. Like I need, like we need all this.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm not going to use Meet or Google Meet just because it's there and it doesn't work quite the way I want.
Right. And you and I have discussed this a lot. Like you've gone back and forth. You've tried everything.
I
Like,
have.
every platform. You've tried it.
Remember, I tried Riverside for a little bit too.
Yeah, that's right. And in some ways you liked it, in other ways you didn't.
No, and that's
and
what
some-
you really have to think about.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing too. People need to try them out and decide what works and what doesn't, and then say, okay, now I'm going to invest my time in it and see if I can continue to make it work or if it just made sense for that one off. But for you, you've tried every platform so many times that if someone says, well, you should be using Meet, it's like, well, no, I shouldn't be.
No.
Why?
Why do you think? Why should I use it? Just because it's there? No.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I could even go into my workspace and disable it if I want
Right. Yeah.
in the admin console, which I will do.
Yeah. Yeah, like I always say, what works for one person doesn't always work for somebody else. So,
Yeah. Yep.
when people ask my opinion, I'm like, well, what do you need it for? And then let's decide from there.
Yeah. And honestly, Zoom is a very good platform.
Yeah, and they were kind of like that premier or like the first like explorers, right? Of video conferencing.
And they've done it well. They've really done it well.
Yeah, and I think in general they listen to the people and they've adjusted. Like I'm sure someone's listening going like, no, they haven't, but I think they have. I think they've tried really hard to keep up and give you the best of everything.
Yep. They have, yeah, absolutely. And actually, if I really wanted, you can actually stream to YouTube and Facebook Live just directly just from the meeting if you want.
Right, yeah, which is cool.
Yeah, I mean, I currently do that because I'm in front of my Mac right now. I do have a Windows machine now as well.
Oh, okay.
Which I do like better for a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Not for the Mac is better for this type of broadcasting.
Okay.
But I do favor Windows or the PC over the Mac in a lot of ways.
Okay, interesting.
Okay? I favor it in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning I like it better.
Yeah, is it the accessibility aspect or just how it works in general?
I think it's mainly how it works in general. Because see,
Okay.
the screen reader that I use on Windows, which is JAWS for Windows, does things. It does better in terms of working with text than, say, the VoiceOver screen reader on the Mac does.
Oh, okay.
It just does a lot better in those areas,
Right.
in navigation and all those different areas.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where it sort of goes.
Okay.
Now, the Mac does shine when it comes to broadcasting because of things like audio hijack, which
Yeah.
is what I'm using right now. Actually, see, what I've got going here is the possibility of audio hijack. What it's kind of got going here is we are also live on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have a live stream block here with everything set up. But we
Yeah.
also have if you've seen the newsletters, we also have an audio only stream as well.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
So what Audio Hijack is allowing for us to do is have that broadcast block set up,
Right.
which allows us to go to the audio, which allows us to be on the audio side. And we also have a live stream block set up, which lets us go to YouTube as well. So we're in both places at the same time.
Right.
Whereas the Windows equivalents, there aren't many options for that sort of thing.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Now, what I have thought about doing is if I just wanted to use the PC full time, and that's actually the only thing. This is the only thing kind of stopping that.
Mm-hmm.
See, 99% of the time we're able to do it.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So what's happened is that if that's what we're going to do, then I've thought about just then going, okay, if that's what I want to do, then I not use the audio stream and just go live, just do the YouTube, because that's built into Zoom.
Right. That takes care of all of it.
What's that?
Well, if you do it all at once, right? Like they allow them to talk, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Well, audio hijack?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so it makes it a lot easier for you that way to say, okay, this is communicating the way I need it to.
It does, and also, I also use a couple of other Rogamaver products. I use Fargo, which is their soundboard app, and I use Loopback, so that way any sounds that we play would be heard on the call.
Right. So everyone can hear it.
Pardon me?
So everybody can hear it.
Yeah, and it's also going into the broadcast. It's set up in Audio Hijack as well. Like, for example,
Right. I think you need the studio audience all the time, Allie.
Oh, I
I
know.
think they should clap for everything we say.
Let's do it.
You could have like laughter and boos. You could have all of it.
The studio audiences are always welcome, aren't they?
Yeah. I remember when I used to produce for David Shuttleworth, and he would always have right off the top, we would play applause. It was just like,
Oh yeah,
it set a certain tone to start the show off. It was fun.
yeah. I remember, and Mike Pongrass was his producer too.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah, there we go. See, we've got this. See, we've got everything. You know what? We've got everything going here, and this is just. We have a very good setup. See, with all these minimal setup, we've got minimal equipment here, and this is good.
Yeah, and it all works.
It does, yeah. And that would be a possibility too, of just kind of getting rid of the audio stream and then just doing it because it's all built into, because the YouTube is built into Zoom. Just use that. I've thought about that.
Yeah. Well, that gives you a project.
What's that?
Thinking about if you decide to change what you're going to do.
It's not worth changing it though.
No.
So I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
Well, they can. So what is coming up here on the Musa Slobodia network? Well, we do have coming up on Sunday, which will be January the 25th. Isn't that hard to believe?
I know. I can't believe it. What happened?
Yeah. The Ali and McCara show returns to the airwaves.
Mm-hmm.
And that returns to the airwaves. And then on Friday, on Thursday the 29th. For this month, we're doing it on the last Thursday only.
Okay.
It's the books panel returns.
Oh, awesome. Okay, great.
And so that returns as well. That will be, so the Ali and McCare show, that airs live as well. That airs live on Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
And you can find it on all the platforms we just mentioned. But live radio is always the best, though, isn't it?
I think so.
You know what? I enjoy live radio.
Yeah, and I think whether live radio or TV, where just stuff happens and it's like, well, we're gonna figure it out as we go.
Yeah, but you know what? I have to say, as a kid, I always enjoyed live radio. So you know what? The fact that we get, and the fact that you and I are live, it's a really special moment here.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, happens.
Oh yeah, I was always in favor of it. I always wanted to go live.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. You know what? Like, see, you notice, like, when we first started or podcasting, as we would call it, we would always just record the shows and put them up later.
Yeah, that's right. And then you said, no, I'm going to do it live, and I think that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, which we still do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we still put it up. But
yeah,
it's just now live is just better because, you know, it's just the sense of going live is just really, it's just really good. I like it.
I agree. And I think even like when I worked at 1010 and we would pre-record a round table for Christmas or something, something was lacking. And I think it's because everyone knew it was pre-recorded. So, obviously you didn't try to redo anything, but people knew if it went really off the rails, they could say something different. And so I think that kind of takes away some of the fun.
Yeah. And yes, and absolutely, and so, and also this show will also be back on February the 2nd, when we'll talk all things Leafs, NHL, and maybe some Blue Jays as well.
Okay.
With Jim Taddy.
Awesome.
And you and I will be back on air too.
Oh yeah, I just got to book a time.
Yeah.
I won't do it while we're discussing this time like I did last time. I'll do it after. It's easier for me to pay attention.
So we'll be here as well. So, and to find out all the information for all of the shows, you can visit themusaslobodiannetwork.ca, which has links to all the shows.
The books panel, your show, all of them are up there all at the same time.
That's right. Yeah, and we've seen them there, I believe.
Yep.
Yep, they're there. All there at the same time. They're all there. So, and we also provide updates on that over there as well for what is coming up on on the shows across the network.
Yep. And if you don't want to go to the website, you just sign up for the newsletter.
Yes, and that is yes. And it's free, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we always encourage subscribe to the news. Now, the other beauty of that is that's where everything happens first.
Right.
That's where everything happens first.
Yeah, you'll find out about it afterwards on the website, but the newsletter is the immediate news, right?
Well, actually it goes up as soon as as soon as we put out a news, it actually goes right up on the website.
Yeah, perfect.
Yep. So, as soon as something is up there, it goes up.
Right.
And I'm really looking forward to our next show. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, and who knows what will happen by then.
Oh, I know. It won't be the way he wants. I know that much. He's just all talk, a lot of it.
Right. Well, I think a lot of people we know are like that. I will schedule another one and we'll see what's happened between now and then.
Oh, yes. And stay tuned to